was something that Bill only shared. It was kind of private with Bill and Elvis, and then I was the only other one, according to Bill, that he told this to. When Bill was designing the garments for the '68 special, he was putting what was called neckerchiefs around Elvis's neck to accent some of the garments Elvis wore. He had heard them rehearsing the song, and Elvis was apparently wearing this black outfit. And he said, you know, that song really speaks to the generation today. That song is so moving and what we've been through and stuff. Bill didn't really stick his nose into the director's business, but he was having this discussion with Elvis about it. And he said, we should do a white suit. Bill had made the suit for Elvis. Elvis was wearing the suit, doing some movements around in it and all. And Bill looked at it and said, something's just not right here. It needs something, and I'm not really sure what it needs. And this was still relatively early in the sequence of them shooting. He said, I know what I'm going to do. So the next day, he stopped at a men's boutique, haberdashery, whatever you want to call it, and he picked up these wine-colored neckerchiefs, like he'd been using on some of the other suits. And he put that wine-colored neckerchief around Elvis's neck and put the little gold slide thing on it to keep it in place and pulled it down. I said, perfect. And Bill was standing there, and he looked back, and he had tears running out of his eyes. And he goes, what's wrong, Bill? He goes, it's perfect. What are you upset about? This looks great. How'd you come up with that idea? And Bill walked up to Elvis and was close to him, and there was nobody else in the room. He goes, Elvis, I went home last night. And he said, I was watching Walter Cronkite. And he said, do you know how many men died this past week or day, whatever it was? And Elvis goes, I didn't watch the news, but a heck of a lot. And he goes, Bill told him. And he said, oh, that's horrible. He said, that just rips my heart out. Elvis told Bill that. He said, me too. He goes, you know why did I come up with that color? Because it's almost blood colored. And he said, this is a tribute to those boys that died in Vietnam. To go with that song, it matches perfect. This represents the blood that was lost and let in Vietnam. And so Elvis just had tears running down his face when he heard it. And he said, Bill, he said, I can't talk about that either. He said, you know, even though we were both in the military, I can't talk about this. It just eats me up to know that these kids are dying like they are. And Elvis never really expressed his political views or anything like that. And it wasn't really a political statement. It was just the song was meant for that time. It was the perfect song for that time. And the suit was meant for that time, but there was something missing.